wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. You're welcome back on today's program, Biafra Discourse. Today, we are going to be talking about very important issues. But before then, let me first apologize for this impromptu live broadcast. That is to make up for yesterday that we are unable to come live. That's as a result of some, issues. But the main thing is that we went to Enugu. We traveled outside the station to cover a very important event, talking about ADF Akulono campaign and the launch for the Akulono cooperative. You saw it, some of you watched it live when we published it. So that's why we were unable to bring you the live broadcast yesterday. We came back yesterday and we came back very late. So we decided to bring it today and discuss the very important topic, very, very crucial, that we have to look into. And that is, what would Biafra look like as a free nation? What kind of Biafra are we inspiring or aspiring to have and establish as a free nation? There are so many issues that prompted us to make this very live discussion on Biafra Discourse. But before we go into that, let us quickly have a message from Ali Igbo Development Foundation. I'll be right back.
Farm is the basis of civilization. It's the basis of food. It's the basis of security. And then Allah Jurebani, I'm happy. I say, Oyinara Chavani, Ugre Megane, Rasare. Auruma Hapo, Allah needed ever. Ndi Fulani Bia Warrior, Agiko. So I now am way back. Wokula wine, Umaka in he may import tomato from anywhere. And he may import onion from anywhere. And he may import cassava from anywhere. And he may import yam from anywhere. We can produce all we need and export to the world. So we carry the dream of Ali Igbo Development Foundation. That's where we want to start. We moved away from all the theoretical things. When we have a problem, we will add my level on an published Charahanile. But now is the time to march forward practically. Beginning with the most pressing problem of our people, which is food security. Food security. It's a shame that apple get Shinugunabia, a shame that tomato get Shinugunabia, a shame that yam get Shinugunabia. It is a shame. That will not happen. We believe in the next 1 year, ADF will move the Igbo nation. We'll cut food importation by 50%. Within 2 years, there will be nobody importing food in Ali. That is our dream. We just want to start with this miniature base here. With this miniature base here, before long, it will envelop Ali Igbo. All right. Chile, that is our dream.
Okay.
As you can see, talking about the agricultural revolution in Igbo land. Like I promised you, this is just the beginning. I'm just bringing to you one after the other what is already on ground. Yeah, welcome back again. This is BVI Channel 1. Thank you very much for watching. That message came from Alibo Development Foundation for the Akilolo Cooperative. You can be part of it. By next week, we'll start rolling out some of the, crop out from the event, the very highlight of that event, which some of you might have missed because it was a long program. It's about nearly 4 hours. So we'll be bringing you highlights of that program so you don't miss anything. Very important. You follow up. All right. If you have not subscribed, I want to admonish you to subscribe, like, share the videos, drop your comments, because this platform is meant for an interaction. It is meant to give our people a voice. It is meant for us to come together as a community to build a better society for ourselves. Today we are talking about what Biafra will look like. That's the Biafra in you. What is your interpretation about this thing, this agitation called Biafra? The freedom of Biafran people, what is it all about? What are they aspiring that their new nation will be like? That is what we're going to be deliberating in today's broadcast. What actually inspired this very topic is that we've been seeing some kind of mistrust, especially from people who are non-Igbo. First of all, people from Igbo extraction of Biafra. So many agitators have portrayed Biafra to be all about Igbos. And the old lie that have been sold over the years to divide the Biafran people. When you talk about Biafra, it is much more than Igbo. It is a people from old eastern region. It doesn't matter what the Nigerian state have, balkanized the area through creation of states and geopolitical zones, calling some south-south, some southeast. Whatever the case might be, when you talk about old eastern region, people who were the same, they were from the same axis before Nigeria was even created. They were the ones that were brought into the union by force, alongside two other major nations. The Oduduwas, the Arawas. Okay? All right. Now, there has been this misconception and mistrust. The old lie sold that if Biafra is gotten, the Igbos will oppress the others. That is the first lie. Successfully, to a large extent, that lie has been dismantled. But there are some elements of it springing up its ugly head. Then, there are another angle of it. Some people say, this kind of Biafra that people are agitating for this way, in this way, and in this manner, that people don't even have the freedom to express their their expression, their opinion, without being coerced, without being coerced, let me just use that word, or mobbed. You see, sometimes when you come on the social media, people lash out at each other. When you make your own opinion, people will start lashing at you without even looking at your opinion objectively. So these things are why we say, okay, let us deliberate on this. What kind of Biafra do we want? Would we want a Biafra where there will be no freedom of speech? Would we want a Biafra where one ethnic nationality will suppress the other, just like we are seeing in Nigeria, where Fulani oligarchies have been suppressing the rest of other indigenous nationalities in Nigeria? Is that the kind of Biafra we are going to see? Because that is the the pillars some of these people are having, and that is why we are here to clear it. And through your opinion, we are going to, bring out some of the Biafra in view. What is your thought about what the new Biafra will be like? How is it going to be structured? What kind of governance will Biafra adopt that will ensure equity, justice, and fairness? That is the bottom line. Whenever you call Biafra, that is what it means. Equity, justice, and fairness. Will that be guaranteed in the new Biafra? Because it is nowhere guaranteed in Nigeria, and that is why there are agitations, especially from the Biafran people and other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. Ayagelenkita Nigeria, go there in the name of Biafra? No. So that's why this deliberation is extremely very important. And everybody should listen to this broadcast. That's why it is important to share this video, bring other people in, let them have their voice heard. So that somebody will not say, this kind of Biafra you people are doing, we don't understand. This we won't understand. If they aren't having any doubt about Biafra, bring that person on this program. Let them hear for themselves. Now, there are other things. There are other things we are going to look at when we talk about the Biafra in view. But it is all, packaged in the kind of governance, the kind of political leadership Biafra will adopt. We are calling ourselves indigenous people of Biafra. It is not a name. It is not a group. It is a national identity, indigenous nationality of a people. And what makes them indigenous and different, distinct from others, is their civilization, their language, their culture, the way of life, their pre-colonial administration that worked for them, their kind of democracy. These are the things that forms whom we are as a people. We cannot adopt the democracy of the Western countries. That is one thing we must all going to take a look at, so that we will not become another Afghanistan, another Middle East. We are going to redefine our kind of civilization, our kind of political structures that will guarantee equity, fairness, and justice. I have watched closely the altercation between what's his name? Reno Omokri. I have watched his altercation with some members of IPOB and some other Biafran enthusiasts. And what he said that made him reserve his have a reservation of Biafra, and that has been a reflection of so many Niger Delta people, that the Igbos will dominate, suppress, oppress the rest of the Biafrans. That there will not be a freedom of expression. People will not be free to express their opinion without being battered. This is also shared by some other people from Igbo enclave or Igbo nationality within the Biafran territory. So now, what will Biafra look like? And it is important, I have to keep this video short so that we will be able to grasp it and share it. Very, very important. One, let's talk about the political structure of Biafra. Or perhaps, okay, let's start from there. The political structure of Biafra, what kind of administrative structure will Biafra adopt? I've always been an advocate of this, that when Biafra comes, every ethnic nationality should be on their own. I use the instance of England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, coming together to form what you have today as Great Britain. They use one passport, They have one border control. They run one economy, one currency. They have one military, defense. So these are some of the common things they use together. But they have 4 autonomous, independent countries that form them. In the ongoing European Cup they are playing, all of these countries represented themselves. They have their flag, they have their national anthem, they have their parliament, they have their constitution, they have everything. They run by themselves. So when it comes to Biafra, this is our natural structure. The Biafra before colonization, we have acephalous society. That's what they call it, kingless society. But all of these societies are autonomous. They were administered by council of elders. But we are not going to literally copy exactly what we're going to modify it to suit our current life, our current definition of our democracy. They structure all the communities. Then we are autonomous. They were running their show by themselves. They don't have one central system of government. They were highly decentralized. And that is the kind of Biafra we're talking about, where you have Igbo nation, we have Aizon or Ijo nation, you have Anan, you have the Espi, you have the Igalas, the Idomas, the Sekiris, and the rest of them. Anyhow, they can build themselves to be a nation, so that nobody will say, you are suppressing us, so that everyone will advance at their own pace, so that everyone will utilize and optimize their potential, harness their resources. And you must also appreciate the fact that there are no defined borders within this territory. Between Abia State and Akwa Ibom State, there are communities that use the same market. You cross the road, or you just go behind your neighbor's house, you are in another man's territory. So, because of that, therefore we have to have a strong border control. Having one border control that will enable Biafran people to define their territory and man their borders properly. Because for you to have a guaranteed success in development, you have to have a well-defined border and effective border control. And that is what we look out for in the new Biafra. These are the uniting factors. You talk about the currency. You have one currency, most probably the Biafran pounds. Everyone will can trade with it, so it can give the currency weight to compete at the international market. You can also talk about defense. You have your defense. Each of the 18 nationalities have their strength. They can form one of the best in the world when it comes to military and defense. I can assure you that. These are the things that are uniting factors of different nationalities in Biafran land that are autonomous. You talk about having your constitution. When it comes about having your separate identities, you have your constitution. The Ijaw people have their own. They have their police. When you cross from Igbo nation to Ijaw nation, you know you have crossed into another territory, into another country, into another nation within the Biafran territory. That way, they will be able to harness all their oil, so that nobody will accuse anyone of any percentage, just like we are looking at in Nigeria. People who own the oil are begging Nigeria for just 13%, and they are debating whether or not to give them 3% or 5% of their own resources. Why keep it all of theirs? the Zamfara keeping their gold, the North giving their solid minerals, and now exploiting the South. This will never happen in the new Biafra. It will not happen. That is our hope. That is our aspiration. That is why our people are agitating to be free. It would have worked in Nigeria, but no. Nigeria has been structured to fail because it is bound to fail. You cannot continue upholding a structure meant to oppress, subjugate, and exploit the people. It will not last the test of time. And it has long overdue. It has lasted beyond expectation. And its time has come to an end. But the new Biafra, will it be like the Nigeria? That is the fear of so many people. And that is why we are making this live broadcast. To clear this down. So that our people from the Niger Delta region will not continue to rely on the falsehood and lies of the old that Ndi Igbo wants to dominate them. So that our people Ndi Igbo will not continue to think that they are supremos in the new Biafra. We would like to have a nation where the Igbo nation is booming in their economy, while the Ijaw nation is booming in their economy, and economic, political, infrastructural development, everything, everyone will be booming. The Anans, the Efik, the Idomas, everyone, while we all gather as a people to build the best civilization humanity has ever seen. That is our aspiration for the new Biafra. If you have any alternative view, you can say it. But I believe many Biafrans share this same view. We want a new Biafra where everyone can spring up and be what they are meant to be. Where everyone will be treated equally. Where no man will be seen as a lesser human. Or someone talking about federal character. No, everybody, you should have every potential to develop yourself and advance yourself. You have no excuse whatsoever to give for your failure. And as such, that we encourage the Biafra people to compete among themselves heavily, so that it will transform the lives of the people and better the lives of the Biafra people. This is our vision, our Biafra in view. We want a country, a nation that will be having 24 hours life, where the justice system is clear, where the political process is clear, where community service will be the desire of everyone, because the country has taken care of them and they are ready to give back to the society. Where serving the public is like a vocation and not an opportunity to exploit the ordinary people. This is our hope for the new Biafra. But I must tell you, we have to start now. We have to start now to start exhibiting what we desire in the new Biafra. Yes. Na asi na na-esi n'usinsi, a na-esi n'isi arụ ama ụtọ nsị. A na-esi n'isi arụ ama ụtọ nsị. You go there now from farting, when you fart, when you mess, the smell. Now we dey take the taste of shit when it finally comes. The new Biafra, we have to start now to exhibit the kind of nation we are aspiring for. So that it will encourage other people, it will inspire other people to embrace the new Biafra, because they have seen a picture of hope. We don't want a situation where people will be carrying about the Biafran agitation in such a manner that you start questioning, what kind of Biafra are we even asking for? That is why whenever you see me say or talk about regional governments, everybody go on your own and develop your own place. That is an insight of what the new Biafra will be like. But many people don't understand that there is a process to follow to get to our destination. But that is a topic for another day. We need a new Biafra where people are free to express their opinions without being harassed, without being cajoled, without being mobbed. Everybody is entitled to his own opinion. You don't agitate for your own right at the expense of other people's right. You don't infringe on other people's right because you are agitating for your own right. Because he that goes to justice must go with clean hands. So, that is our hope for the new Biafra. I don't want this video to be long so that we will all, share this video, reflect on what I've said so far. If there are calls, I will take, but I don't think there will be a call because I'm not expecting any. I will just quickly go on the live chat, take a look at what people drop there and wrap it up. I'm going to go to the live chat. If you call, I will take your call. Once I'm done with the live chat, I may end the program. But if you want to be part of this program, you want to air your opinion, start calling the numbers. The number is right there at the top corner of the screen, +2348104545533. The number is right there at the top corner of the screen, +2348104545533. You have to call, stick on the topic under discussion. That is our standard proceeding here. Stick to the topic under review. And ensure you turn down the volume of your listening device. Okay? So that we don't make a mess of our communication, so that the world can hear us. Just speak to us through your phone. Don't expect to talk to us through your screen, your listening device, either your TV or your gadget. Just talk to us through your calling device. That is if we have any call. But let me quickly go to the live chat and see what we've got there. All right. And I'm not going to be reading any comment that is outside the topic under review. We are talking about what would Biafra look like as a free nation. But I'll be acknowledging all of you who are dropping comments. Abu Isaac, thank you very much. We are not going to take the comments that are off the topic under discussion. We are not going to take it. But we acknowledge you. Thank you for watching. Joman, he said we can only get good governance through MNK's directive. Other sagas are criminals and corrupt. Listen, there are things that are acceptable in the new Biafra. These are some of the mentality we must address. This Biafra agitation is no man's show. It's no any particular individual's show, irrespective of whoever it may be. This might offend you, but we are not here to entertain your emotions. The new Biafra is not about any individual. That is why we make it a point of responsibility that we don't discuss individuals, rather we discuss institutions. We talk about ways to build a people. We don't bring everything all around any particular individual. Okay? We are not here to point accusing finger on anybody. We are here to propose solutions that will help us and enable us to build a better society for ourselves. So, your comment is not accepted. Though, by me, it might be accepted by others. That's my own opinion. All right, Malaki Mai said, Biafra will be a beautiful and great nation among the great nations. All right, I agree with you, my brother. That's exactly what we're talking about. I have always said on this platform that Biafra, in Biafra, Africa died. In Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa shall rise again. There are so many great potentials in Biafra land. But the Nigerian state, just as much as it does to other 18 nationalities in Nigeria, suppress the potential of individuals in the below to harness their potential and become the best from what God has deposited in them. Biafra, we give the people the enabling environment to develop their God-given talent and become that great nation. We have seen young people display this talent. Children who have not attained any legal, any institution of learning, any, academic training. But yet you see them inventing things, generator that is powered by water, hydro generators for electricity. We've seen them create transformers, automobiles, and the rest of them. But they will never see the light of the day in Nigeria. But in the new Biafra, these talents will be harnessed. They will stand shoulder to shoulder with great nations, just like Malachi expressed. Thank you very much. The next person there is their GM. That is not the topic under discussion. Your comment will not be taken. Life improvement. Yes, please, God help your people and we shall serve you forever. All right, thank you very much for that comment. He said, yes, let's have Biafra in 2 years. Our passport will be most wanted in the world. It is we that can do it. It is we that can do it. Biafra will be a great nation. It is we that can make it happen. But we are not going to carry the Nigerian mentality into the new Biafra. So that you not be like you sell dogs or buy monkey. The thing where they sit still there in the house. Okay? So thank you for that comment. We also have other comments coming in. Obin Nanjoko, I greet you also. God, good evening, I greet you also. Obin Nanjoko, thank you very much for being part of this program. Somebody is agitating that we should remove some certain people from the screen of the program. Let me tell you, nobody will be removed. Read my lips. Every one of them are Biafrans, whether you like their faces or you don't like their faces, that is your own business. Every one of them are Biafran people. Nobody is more Biafran than the other. You must understand that. We must learn how to begin to accommodate each other. We must learn how to begin to tolerate each other, respect each other's opinion. If Biafra will be that great nation we aspire it to be. Understand it. We are not here to massage anybody's ego. If you want all of that kind of a thing, go elsewhere, not on this platform. We are not here to massage anybody's frustration or emotion or any kind of sentiment. No, we say it the way it is. Please, understand that, please. You can take back that comment. It is not important. Thank you very much, but your comments is not taken because it's not part of what we're talking about. And that is particularly why we are making this video, so that our people will start losing the mentality of our people. Nigeria have really done so much damage on my people. Whether you like it or not, I have to tell you the truth. They have seriously undermined the capability of our people to think. And that is because of the hardship, the frustration Nigeria has brought upon my people. But Biafra is the hope. And that is why I can do what I'm doing. If you still want to make your call, fine. But if you don't, we'll be wrapping up in a minute. And please share the video. If you want to drop your comment, you can continue dropping your comment afterwards. This program, so that the discussion will continue from there. I'll be there to respond to any issue that comes up after this very live broadcast, because I'll be ending it in no distant time. I believe you have grasped something from what I've said so far. Those of you who have not called, or those of you who are trying to call, there are people who are calling, but let's perhaps give them a chance to speak. It is their willing. And my partner and my brother, a Biafran, who had been trying to say, oh, I want to be part of this program, because they have been trying all this while. But if he's not coming on board, we say, I want to appreciate every one of you who have been following us, who have been subscribing, who have been dropping. Way appreciate a Biafran that remembered to say I give you this for a donation. Make sure his name, because I don't have the approval from him. I was informed by my admin that someone made a donation to assist our operation. We appreciate you, Odele. We appreciate you. That is not his full name, but when he hears Odele, he must have known that that is